hospital.
Joe?
Oh, Joe.
Joe,
Joe May.
Hello, kid.
Oh, boys. Oh, have it on my feet. What is it, Chief? Joe Green is in the hospital. Yeah, I was just telling you how they read it. Yeah, too bad. Too bad it wasn't fatal. It could have been with the right kind of workman. I've got to tell you. I've got the telephone.
Mr. Green, you can't phone anyone. Doctor's orders.
I must, I tell you, just once.
Green, you're a very sick man.
I promise to obey all your orders from now on if you'll just let me talk to Johnny Cagney. I must, I tell you, it's urgent.
Very well. Just this one call, but no more. Plug in the telephone for Mr. Green. The Department of Weights and Measures. Oh, yes, Mr. Green. No, Mr. Green. I'm positive he isn't in because there was a call from Mr. Cave just a minute ago from the city prosecutor. Yes, Mr. Green. As soon as he comes in, I'll tell him you want him. Yes, I will. And take care of yourself. And don't worry. Hello? Have you located Mr. Cave? Well, please keep trying. I'll call back later. Where is Mr. Gordon's room, please? 212, second floor. Thank you. Dr. Richards, please. First one to your right, third door. Information desk. Yes, Dr. Richards, she's on her way up now.
Pardon me, I'd like to see Joe Green, please.
Sorry, but Mr. Green is not permitted to have visitors.
Well, will you please tell him Johnny Cave called?
Mr. Cave! Oh, I've been trying everywhere, Mr. Cave. Please go right up. Mr. Green is in room 612.
612? Thank you. Sounds like just another roll. But I tell you what, young man, I'm saying. I was crossing the color tracks. Suddenly the automobile ahead of me stopped and jammed on the brakes. The machine ahead started away just as the streetcar hit. When I came to, I recalled the face. One of the men in the car ahead looked back just before the crash.
You recognize him?
Thought we did one at the beginning.
Cagney's.
Yeah, Marty Cagney.
I've never met that mother. And I'm going to make it my business to before long.
No, you're not from the police. Remember, you're in the Department of Weights and Measures.
I'd like to take his measure.
I'm giving you a chance. But the department wants evidence, not fraud. They tell me I'll be here for weeks. I'm going to make you chief deputy.
Me?
Really? In my place. I know I can depend on you, John.
Thanks, Mr. Green. Glad you think so.
Well, remember now, keep your head on your shoulders and your fists in your pockets.
Yeah, I'll be supple.
That's different. This Cagney's plenty dangerous.
Yeah, we'll take all the fight out of him. Then our troubles will be over, huh?
Cagney's just a middleman. The main bout's yet to come. It's somewhat higher up.
Oh.
Wish I knew.
Your business time is up, Mr. Green. I'll just leave you.
Now remember, Johnny, don't let that fist drift against anybody's chin.
Oh, don't worry. It won't. You should be able to play that next time I see you. Goodbye.
Good luck, Johnny.
Hello? Janet? We've got a luncheon date, babe.
When and with whom?
Today, with the guy you're going to marry. Remember?
Vaguely. Name, please. Oh, Johnny Cave. Well, of course. A great guy. He told me so himself.
You wouldn't doubt it, would you? Same place, 12:30. And don't be late.
What? Me late? Well, I like that, of all the nerve. What are you talking about? I'm usually the one that has to stand around waiting 20 minutes for you to show up.
All right. But you heard me. Don't be late.
Now, I have had some. Good day.
I'm just mentioning that Joel Green while he's in the hospital. Now, you know, without my mentioning any names, who put him there. And why? Because he wouldn't take orders from anybody except people who trusted him. He knew what it meant to cheat the housewife. Of course, it doesn't sound like much, chiseling just a few ounces of meat on the pound or a few potatoes out of the sack. But understand this. 40% of the American income is spent on food. And if people are cheated out of only 5%, in 1 year, that adds up to more than the war did. Now, it's a big job. Big racket we're fighting. People on the other side of the fence have a great deal at stake. And they want to make it very tough for you. So if there are any of you who are a little bit afraid to tackle it, now's the time to move. Thanks. That makes it unanimous. Now, here's a neat little gadget. And one of the latest. Here we have a 2-pound weight. Put on the scale. It still weighs 2 pounds. Watch the hand. Very tough on the housewife. And you'd be surprised. Claims some of the stores are stuffing profitables to advantage. Very delicate point. Practically every time you make a pitch, you're going to be offered a bribe. Now, some deputies have taken bribes. That's your answer. All right, boys. Now, Cullen, Hawks, and Barnes take a stockyard to tail, huh? You, Morris, there's one left for you. You man. Sure. Okay, pal. Now, you were late.
That I was. I will not dispute you. I was late. But do you know where I was? I was around to all the newspapers to see if they knew that you were the new chief deputy.
Where are you from?
Well, I was born on the Great Basket Island off the southwest coast of Ireland. But I lived most of my boyhood in a little bit of a village outside of Foxbourne, County Mayo.
Not the type of the kosher markets. I think I'm going to take you myself. If you don't mind, I'll just go to Aloysius.
Yeah.
And this is it. A lot of complaints about this one. Oh, Aloysius, I think we've got some strawberries. How much are they? 25 cents. Are they fresh?
Fresh. And every berry is picked for a size.
Take a box.
Yes. You know, there's a saying on Ireland that it's all right to pick the berries, but you must never cut down the vines. Because under the vines live all the good fairies. And if you cut down the vines, you do away with their flowers, you do good for you.
That's very interesting. But there are no strawberries in Ireland.
Oh, no, I could swear I saw some of the county carrots.
I think I'll buy 5 pounds of sugar. Good morning, sir. Good morning. 5 pounds of sugar, please. How much of that? 8 cents. You're all even money. Wishes? What do you want for supper?
Oh, I don't know. Something that would stick to your ribs. I've got an appetite for corned beef.
And I've got a reason for chicken. How about a nice stewing chicken, about 6 pounds? Okay. There you are, 6 pounds right on the head. Wrap it up. Let me see it.
Lump of lead.
The head just laid it. Get it open. What's the idea? You got... Miss Brady! Miss Brady! Very cute. Balls in the sawdust make no noise at all. Not bad, not bad. What is it? What is it? Lead poison.
Well, how do you suppose those got there?
Your guess is as good as mine. Let me have that sugar. 4 1/4 pounds. I pay for it.
I can't understand that.
We want to do our best to help you. Let's talk about it. You haven't missed any bets, have you?
not leave my hands. Give me that check. I'm wrong. I'll give it. You hit me. Give me that. Oh, you will with it. Oh, you will. Here's the rest of it. I'm out of wind.
For the first time in your life. There, now hold on to that. And another move under you and I'll pin your ears back. Yes, sir. Fill it up. Fine. Yes.
Did I never tell you about the giant causeway? There were big giants in Ireland, so big they stood on the top of mountains and they threw hills at each other. And then there was the leprechaun. Little people no bigger than your thumb, and you could see them walking around.
My grandmother used to tell me about Lucifer the devil, who had one big me and one little me. You ever see that?
Oh, many the time.
Thought so. That'll be 93. This is your company call. I need a receipt. Okay, just a minute. It's our last job before lunch. I've got to take with my girl.
Take it to the Echo cafeteria. It's a
Oh, no, not a chance to go to the Ritz today. This is a celebration. An event.
I see.
How much did you have in there? Not a drop. Last time you divided inside. Put your run on. You be able to pay your 5 gallons. Oh. Just that for a little over 4 gallons. Oh, thanks. You were warned about this violation last summer. Now you draw a summons. Oh, wait a minute, fellas. Wait a minute. Listen. Can I give you the fine and save me the trouble of going downtown? Oh, come on. What about $20? I'll save what you need up for the fine. Put a tag on that. Come on.
Did you break your hand?
Thomas.
Janet, make out a check for $1,000 to the Midnight Mission. Mail it right away.
Thanks again, Mr. Cagney.
Well, not at all. My pleasure. Goodbye, Mr. Marvin.
Oh, Mr. Cagney, would it be all right if I attended this after lunch? I have a date with my boyfriend.
Of course.
Oh.
Run along. Check and wait.
Thank you, sir. Johnny Cave, dear, you're 5 minutes late, honey.
Oh, you're very lucky. I kept others waiting for days.
Well, anytime you want to go back to those, perfectly all right with me.
My best friend gets hit by a streetcar, winds up in the hospital, civil war in Spain, and earthquakes in Japan, and now you wear that hat.
What's the matter with his hat?
It embarrasses me.
Embarrasses you.
Yeah, it feels as though I had it on.
Well, wear it if I like it, and I like it. Where shall we eat?
We'll go to the Ritz.
We're not going to the Ritz. We're going someplace that fits our purse.
Sweetheart, this is a celebration.
We're not going to the Ritz.
Fine way to talk to the chief deputy.
We're not going to the Ritz.
For the first time since I've known you, you're going to do as I say. We're going to the Ritz.
Spinach?
Some beef. Lane. Deputy Chief of Weights and Measures. Pushing a tray.
You skipping that spinach?
I certainly am.
Another portion, please.
Fine way to talk to a Chief Deputy. Say, would you care for some nice spinach for Chief Deputy?
What are you mumbling about? Pot roast.
Joe Green's in the hospital.
No.
Automobile accident.
Oh, that's too bad. Anything serious?
Serious enough to keep him there for several weeks.
Oh, my goodness. Well, that puts you in charge. Why didn't you tell me?
Boys want to get out of the adventure.
Jello. 2.
No, Jello, apple pie.
No apple pie. Jello.
I was going to have lunch at the Ritz. It's so much more sociable here. Yes, it's very sociable.
I put your money in the bank yesterday.
Huh?
I got a surprise. I picked out your wedding ring. Just a plain gold band, but you love it.
I've got my eye on this one, Miss Barbara. Set us back on the
Yes, just the bedroom set and all the kitchen furnishings. No, we can't afford it, Johnny. I'll wait.
And now, since you're making your own decisions, when are we going to make the leap?
I've been thinking about that, too. What do you say? 3 weeks from Saturday.
3 weeks from Saturday? There's 2 more paydays. We'll be in swell shape.
Aren't you glad I made you save, Johnny? Now we have enough to furnish a cozy little apartment on the installment plan, but it's just...
Installment plan? It's a racket.
With you, everything's a racket. Everybody's a burglar, everybody's a crook. You don't believe in philanthropy. You don't believe in public-spiritedness. You don't even believe in men like Mr. Cagney.
All I know about Mr. Cagney is he's your witness.
Johnny, you're hopeless. What would you do if I said Joel Green was a dishonest man?
You say you were cockeyed. He's honest as the day is long.
Well, that's just the way I feel about Mr. Cagney. And I should know. I've been with him many years. I was with the firm years before he made me his private secretary.
All right.
I love you, too. Oh, Mr. Hayden.
Yes,
I wonder if I can have a little information from my private file.
why, certainly.
Are you married?
Well, yes.
Any children? Oh, how silly.
Yes. I mean, no. Do you want my number?
I've got your number.
You've got my...
Oh, Mr. Haley, I wonder if by any chance you happen to be going my way.
Well, which way are you going?
The only thing is, I live at 191st Street.
There's a very funny thing, though. I'm going within 2 blocks of it.
Oh, fine. Will you hold my beer, Mr. Haley?
Yes.
Haley. Haley, that's such a lovely name. It has a certain ring to it.
Did I ever tell you the history of the Haleys?
No.
You know, Charlemagne, the emperor of the whole West, he was the first Haley. And one of the kings of Ireland, he was a Haley. Do you know that I am the first son of the first son of the first son for 600 years straight down to...
Haley Selassie.
Yes.
Hey, it's 10 after 6. We don't pay overtime.
Well, I'll see you tomorrow.
On time.
I'm always on time. Except when
Good night, Aloysius.
Don't be working too hard, Johnny. I always say a fellow isn't happy unless he enjoys his work. And the only way to enjoy your work is to do a very little of it. Except, of course, in the case where you have something to do which you can't put off. In which case, you can always quit your job because you say...
Good night, Aloysius. Good night, Hazel.
Good night.
You take care of yourself.
Don't worry about her. She knows all the answers.
Sure I do. If you'll stop talking long enough for me to use them.
You're Johnny Katie, aren't you? Yeah. I'm Ronnie Campbell, district leader of the the 7th. I figured we ought to meet. We've got a lot of things in common. Oh, what you come, Mr. Kavanaugh? Just plain Marty to you, Johnny. What can I do for you? Not a thing, kid. Not a thing. Smell. Thanks. I came over here to do something for you. How about coming into my club? Our organization can use young fellows like you. Well, no thanks. I don't think the boss likes us to belong to political clubs. You've got your own future to look out for. Why, you might get to be a district leader like me. I couldn't dress the part. We'll fix it so you can afford to dress this way. That's very nice. Gabe? A friend of mine spoke to me about you. He thinks very highly of your ability. That's fine. That's fine. He asked me very particularly to do something for you. How about deputy leader at $200 a month? And that's just a start, you understand? Now listen, you can... Now, just a minute. What's on your mind? Well, I happen to have a summons here that you gave Edie at the Paradise Market. And you want me to forget it? That's the idea, kid. You do us something, we'll cut you a nice little slice of cake. No, thanks. I don't want to. What are you being so noble about? Going around with a chip on your shoulder. Listen, this stuff is all unimportant. A grocer or a butcher charges a woman 3 or 4 cents more than she's supposed to pay. So what? She never misses it. Look, I'll show you what I mean. You got 3 pennies? Come on. Come on, get it. Now, just to prove that they don't mean a thing. See? You've lost 3 pennies. You don't miss it, do you? Well, that all depends. I'll show you what I mean. See? You lost a hat. You don't miss it, do you? Now listen, Johnny, we can do things for you or to you. You mean you'll do to me what you did to Joe Green? Now take it easy. Now listen, I'll turn a heat on for anybody who threatens my bed or tries to set money on my desk blotter. This is on 1-way street, Cavanaugh, and if you start up, you're going to meet me coming down. You have it, boys. You don't listen to reason. Where do you think you're going? I'm going your way. No, he ain't. He's going our way. That's right. Well, what are we waiting for? Come on, let's get it over with. We just sit here and think. Try thinking, Red. Are you trying to commit suicide? You don't mind if I stretch you in? Don't get nervous, Red. That ain't for us. That's for some mugworts breaking the law.
11 even. Come on, we roll. I don't like that penny on you. Put this little lot on.
For what?
Put it on.
Who told you guys to do all this?
A little boy, kid. The first black boy to spring. Get in there.
going to tell you that. Don't you see the liquor splashed all over him? Why, he's been drunk when he's been driving.
Sure.
You ain't hurt half as bad as I hoped you were.
Boy, bad guys.
Guy with red hair, wearing a plaid overcoat. Who's the holdup? And it's news to me, huh?
Yeah, the gun is all in your pocket.
Come on, say something.
What do you want me to say? I'm telling you I was framed. They poured liquor all over my clothes, hit me over the head, left me lying in the gutter.
You said that 14 times.
And I'll say it 14 more.
We're getting nowhere fast. Bring in the complainant.
Why, hello, Johnny. What are you doing here?
That's your man.
Is this the fellow supposed to stuck me up?
Yeah.
This ain't the guy. Friend of mine. Who are you, Johnny?
What?
Sure, Johnny Cave, Chief Deputy Weights and Measures.
What about the red hair and that coat? Well, you can't arrest a guy for having red hair.
Besides, that isn't the coat. The one the stick-up wore was an entirely different color. How about this gun?
Well, Cave's got a permit, ain't you, Johnny? You ought to quit wearing that coat, Johnny.
A coat like that is bound to get you in trouble. Should be a lesson to you.
This reminds me of the story of the guy who, right after the wedding, socked his bride in the jaw. Then he says to her, "That's for nothing. Now be careful."
Your head feel better?
Muffin.
Really?
There's more blood than all the ice.
You know, Johnny, in a way, it's your own fault. That chip on the shoulder complex. Now, you can't go around stepping on people's toes and expect them to like it. You're too aggressive. That Irish.
What's the matter with the Irish?
I didn't say anything was the matter with the Irish.
You did, Johnny.
I did not. There you go, scrapping at the first opportunity. There's no sense of trying to be nice to you. Let me tell you something, Johnny Cave. If you don't want to listen...
All right.
May I call your attention to this charming love scene?
Look, darling. I've got to be at the mayor's office in about 5 minutes. Pick out anything you like. But be sure to get me something I can put my feet on. Bye.
What have you got for feet?
A footstool.
Yes?
I got a call from the mayor. The name is Cave.
Oh, Mr. Cave. I'm sorry, but his honor has been unavoidably detained. Won't you ever see him?
Can't wait. Got too many important calls to make.
Oh, Mr. Cave. His honor is very anxious to see you. Won't you please wait in here? His honor is on his way now to the new bridge. He made the dedication speech.
He wrote it for him.
Oh, Mr. Cave. Good afternoon, Your Honor.
Good afternoon, girl.
Thank you. Mr. Cave is waiting for you.
Oh, fine. Don't let anyone disturb me, Helen. Mr. Cave. I'm glad you came. Good news for you. Mr. Cave, I want to congratulate you on your record. Since you've been with the Department of Weights and Measures, your name has become a synonym for honesty. The past year shows an increase of 53% in the number of arrests. I ascribe such a showing to your untiring efforts. It's superb.
Colossal.
Precisely. Now, we wish to reward you properly in appointing you to the Governor's Tax Commission as Special Investigator. The appointment carries a salary almost double your present one.
It's very nice, Your Honor, but you see,
Now, as a much older man, one who has devoted most of his life to the service of the Commonwealth,
very, very grateful for this opportunity, but I can't take it at this time.
I'm afraid this position can't wait.
Oh, what deals are trying to be subtle. It'll be myself. Now, look. I'm staying in the department, and there's not going to be any fix. I know I'm treading a lot of toes in this organization, and I also know that the boys want me out of the way.
That's a bold statement, Mr. Camp. I'm sure you don't mean it.
I mean it. You can tell Mr. Monty Cavanaugh, who instructed you to pull me, that I said so.
Are you suggesting that Mr. Cavanaugh dictates the policy of this office?
What do you think?
Get Abel Canning on the phone. Yeah? Arrogant, swell-headed troublemaker. Definitely dangerous. Must be stopped. Never mind. We'll find a way. How about 18 holes in the morning? Right.
Monty Cave, sudden notice of mine, I will not risk it as a nature. It leaves me with a very helpless feeling after all the years of service.
I'm afraid you objected a bit too strenuously, Mrs. Ogilvy.
Mr. Cave, we were being cheated. And for a long time, the deliveries were always far short of what we were compelled to sign for.
They've got everything covered as far as leases are concerned. And here's a list of everybody crossing off the truck. What's wrong with you? Yes, I'm the bottom line. I got to do it. Hey, what do you think this is?
Get your shirt on. I want to see the boss can count up to 10. There seems to be a bit of a difference, Mrs. Ogilvy, between the items received for and those delivered. At least 50%.
Of course, there always is.
Why'd you sign this?
Not me, Smith. You want to get my job?
And the sign will give you a chance to think it over in the cage. That goes for you, too. Don't sign with an X. Hello, honey.
Johnny, what are you doing here?
Just stopped in to make a call.
Doing office hours? You know better than that.
Oh, now what can you do with a guy that's in love? Want to get a look at you.
What happened at the mayor's office?
I'm looking at you. On the governor's staff, wants more dough.
Johnny, how wonderful.
All right.
Johnny Cave, you're not going to pass up an opportunity like that. Sounds like your real chance. Think what it means to you. What?
Fine, Annie.
Red Cave, you old palooka! They ain't put a lamp on you since we fought those 15 rounds in Jersey City.
Glad to see you, Pete. Hey, getting kind of soft, aren't you? Well, I've been taking it easy. I'm going to take it even easier. You know, I see the breweries and bootleg stunts and some stock manipulators. They're going to make theirs running the stock up and down. That dirty crooks. What are you doing here? I come up to your passport. I'm going to England. I'm going to play along with them dukes and their ritzy dolls. You know, and see chase boxes. Hey, why do they chase boxes? It's supposed to be sport. And I'm going to skip it. I want to be a sport. I'm going to be a gentleman. I get 3 million slacks in cash, man. Under different names. Get 22 banks. Well, what's Cagney got to do with it? clause is not the shining example of virtue it's supposed to be. Will you do a little snooping for me?
Johnny, how could you suggest such? What's wrong with... Oh, Mr. Canning, this is Mr. Cave.
Mr. Cave, Department of Weights and Measures? Well, delighted to meet you. Thank you. Will you come in? Yes, thanks.
I don't hold up, Mr. Canning, for you in some place.
Not at all. Glad to have a chat with you. It's on the mayor. We played golf yesterday. You sort of put him in the spot with the governor. Oh, really? Yes, indeed. He promised the old boy he could deliver just the man he wanted, and well, you turned him down cold.
Oh, I'm sorry if I upset any of his plans.
I believe you're making a big mistake. My long experience prompts me to offer my advice. Of course, you can take it or leave it as you see fit, but I do believe you should give this opportunity further consideration. It is an opportunity, Mr. Cage, believe me, and one that might open the door, so to speak, to a very bright future. What do you say?
You really think I ought to do it?
I do indeed. Let me give you the story of your acceptance to the papers.
Wait up. Let me hear it. I want to congratulate you, Mr. Canning, on your kindness to charity. I heard about your latest gift. No thanks. Murphy, please. Murphy, Johnny Cave, your weights and measures. I've got a bit of a story for your afternoon edition. Huh? Well, there's your headline. Abel Canning steals bread from mouth of city's orphans. Collection supplies he never delivered. Send a couple of men up to my office in about 20 minutes.
You wouldn't dare.
I gotta be going, Canning. Got an appointment.
You go through with that tape, you'll wish you never were born.
I'll see you in jail, bread snatcher.
How dare you talk like that to Mr. Canning?
Wait till you hear what the prosecuting attorney has to say to
Now,
us.
let's see it, Johnny.
Keep out of this, will you? I'm giving you the affidavits this afternoon. So long.
I'm terribly sorry, Mr. Canning.
Don't be sorry for me. It's the young man who will suffer. If he gives his blackmailing scheme to the papers, I won't have to do a thing. Public opinion will force him out of office. He'll be lucky if he escapes a jail sentence.
Johnny, you're wrong, I tell you. You don't know Mr. Canning like I do. He's a fine man. Well, he's done everything for me. Put me through business college, gave me this job. Well, he's been like a father to me. No, Johnny, you're mistaken. Well, don't do anything I can't forgive you for.
You won't have to forgive me for anything, baby. I know what I'm doing. I've got... That the story?
You bet.
Printers.
Thanks, Mr. Cave. That's a party out.
Weights and Measures? City Prosecutor's Office speaking. Ask Johnny Cave to send down all the papers on the Canning case right away.
Just a moment, please. Mr. Cave, the prosecutor's office wants the evidence on the Canning case. Shall I take the papers down?
Then I'll bring them down myself in a couple of minutes.
Mr. Cave has to bring them down himself in about 2 minutes.
Thank you.
Anybody ask me about what happened?
All right, Mr. Cave.
Nice work, Burton. Bring him over here right away. Making things over, Mr. Cagney. I made a bad deal. I wanted to make for them papers. They worth a lot more to me. Oh, I should say about $5 grand. $5 grand? You weren't taking any chances. Not with me behind you. But you're taking chances now. Yeah? Well, get a load of this. I'm not going to have one of them sudden accidents. Because a pal of mine will tell the city prosecutor where the papers are. Now, it doesn't interest me, Mr. King. It's $5 grand or I'll peddle them papers someplace else. Find anything yet, Pat? I gave all the description I could. But it all happened so quickly. I'm not completely dizzy. Still dizzy. Well, you do whatever you think best. As far as I'm concerned, you're the police department. Now, you keep digging through those pictures and I'll be down for an order. Yeah. At a time like this, you go ahead like that. What's that?
It's worse than that, Joe. What's this? Your bank book, all your savings are there.
But you're the boss.
Not anymore.
Darling, you don't mean...
I mean, we're through. Finished.
Mr. Reese, listen, you've got to let me
Tell me the papers. I listened to enough. It's no use, Joe. You hurt me. I begged you not to. But you wouldn't listen. You never did. You're arrogant. You're stupid. We could never be happy together. I love you, but I'm going to get over it. And you, and... Well, Joe, I don't ever want to see you again.
How about this guy? No. Here's a big baby. There's the guy, Pat. You're like a boxcar.
Joe Burton, alias Belden, alias Bilkowitz, ex-wrestler or convictions.
That may be the answer to an orphan's prayer. Get this guy. How long will it take?
Oh, we got to get Charlie, Joe, a couple of pigeons, a car. Take all of 20 minutes. Charlie, listen. You haven't got a thing on me, Hanlon, and you know it. You got a lot of crust pinching me and breaking the law. I can have you busted for this. Huh? That's quite a pull, eh, Joe? Yeah. Wait. Let me use that phone and I'll get sprung out of this strap in 5 minutes. Plenty of time. Telephone girls will be out all night. You don't remember strong-arming this fellow this afternoon and stealing his papers. I never monkey with kids. Take it easy, Johnny. You talk or we'll keep him here till Christmas. 6 tickets for Marty Cavanaugh's political jamboree in the moonlight. Marty a friend of yours? Yeah, no way. What about it? Nothing. Mike, take him downstairs a while. He's tired. He needs a little rest. You can't do this to me, Hanlon. I tell you, I've got an important date. Oh? Mike, on the way down, tell Mr. Burton the story of the lifer that wanted to know what time it was. Go on. Did you see how much singing that canary did?
Yeah, so it was. Well, anyway, we've got the pub address. I'll let you get the quick frisk.
Now, it's coming to that. Now, this is the only key here. Look at that. His mother must have given him that to tease on.
Well, thanks, Pat.
Take it easy now, Johnny, and be sure to examine the drain pipe under the sink.
You can't fool me. I'll even look under his pillow.
Good luck.
any ifs or buts about it. I want Joe Burton released at once. Well, I'll see what I can do about it. You'll see about nothing. You'll do it. Okay. Margie, get me Captain Hanlon on the phone. Haven't got anything on him anyway. And let Burton go. Orders from the boss.
Oh, that's fine. Why do you want Burton? I want those papers.
Think Burton still has them?
Certainly, that's when they got him out of here.
That's right. I'd like to give that mug another working over for the way he bawled me out in my leg. Said he hardly had time to get his map scraped and massaged. Going to that big blow-up Pete Riley's given tonight.
Burton's going to Riley's party?
Says he has an invite.
So have I. Just got time enough to get my knife hands on myself. Burton again.
Look out, Johnny. Burton's tough. I found that out.
You should be dancing, sitting here decorating.
Thank you. I'm waiting for Mr. Parker to be back in a minute. Won't you sit down?
Say, what's this run around you're giving my pal?
Mr. Riley, I'm not giving anyone a run around. Just sitting here minding my own business.
I get it. You want me to mind mine? But this is my party, and I want everybody to be happy, especially you, Johnny.
Well, if you don't mind, I'd rather not discuss it. Besides, I don't think you'd understand.
It's my guess that you don't understand, Johnny. Don't you read the papers? This guy's in a jam. See all that beating on the hook?
Once in the horse of the Jones, with a hippopotamus on this side, a leopard on the other. At my heels was a tiger, and right in front of me was a roaring lion. I was in a pretty bad way.
What happened?
What happened? I was killed.
Oh, Mr. Cagney, I'm surprised to see you.
When you gave me the invitation, Pete, I thought you meant it.
Sure I did. You're as welcome as the flowers in July. Come on, I'll stick around and introduce you to some of the mob.
Oh, don't bother. I'll find my way about it.
Okay, find yourself a spot to dance with. I'll see you later. If you want a drink, flag a butler.
Not bad. May I see you a minute?
Yeah, sure. Let's go back. Don't bother your nose, will you? I'll be right back. Oops, did it hurt you?
No, well, that's all right. But I hit my dress.
Everything all right?
Yeah.
Nothing to up.
Hello, Mr. Cagney.
Janet.
I'd like you to know Mr. Parker. This is my boss, Mr. Cagney.
Delighted, Miss Parker. You're in very good company. I agree with you, sir.
Thank you. Wait a minute.
Say, what happened to that big mug with the bit of blonde fluff?
Must be that guy that's been watching us around my heels all evening, Dale.
Yeah. You seen him?
Not lately.
You can't scare me, Cagney. It's $5 grand and no papers, and that's funny.
So hold it up.
Yeah? What would you call that little trick you had me?
You don't think I carry 5,000 around in my pocket?
I'll take a check made out to cash for the key to my apartment. That'll make it a legitimate business. Not that it makes any difference to me. Hey, do you mind if I leave you here?
Oh, my God.
Can you find a way back to here?
I'll find him all right. I'll just stick around till I won't get money.
See you later.
let me go up first.
Look, and I sit right there. Right there.
I beg your pardon.
You're wrong. I had a ringside seat and I saw every blow. Cutting through a wide right. Dempsey stepped in with a left to the stomach. I think Johnny came the same way in Jersey City that time. Look, I'll show you in slow motion. Now bring up your right.
Just telegraph me, Mae, please.
Oh, you did. It was too close the time I slapped you down in Jersey City. You know, you should have beat me that night. I was an old man then, but I was too smart for you. Tell me what happened. I never did find out. Well, you threw a wide right. I led with a left to the stomach. Oh, no, I led with a left. Oh, you threw a right, Johnny. No, Pete, I led with a left. It was a right. I'll show you. I led with a left, and you brought in a left, and I threw a right hand and missed. Get back. Will you give me some air? Let this guy score, will you, Pete? Where's that water? Oh. Good, yes, I was losing. Here, come on, that's two. Wait, David, shot of scotch. One for me, too. That's right. You take care of it, Alex. Explain them how it happened. I'll see you later. Hold up. Hold up. Everything I found. Yes. I was on the packet for the money. Excuse me.
You know how to pick your spots.
Just making comparisons here. My father always said you've got to know something about the weeds to appreciate the rose.
Well, let's get out of the garden and pay some attention to these.
Yes. I was simply telling the girls that watching the place. Excuse us. Listen. You keep your eye on Greg. Tell him not to let him out of here. I'm going to Britain's apartment. Tell him to be Alex Freeman.
Excuse me.
What's your name?
I beg your pardon. You're a friend of Johnny Kane's.
I'm proud of it. Aren't you the girl he's going to marry?
I hope so.
Well, with your vote and Johnny's and mine, you might be elected.
Has he gone?
Now you can't out looking for a bit of trouble. He has a date with Mr. Cagney at Mr. Burton's apartment. Which reminds me, I have a date with Mr. Burton. Excuse me. Come on. Let me out of here. Johnny wants Mr. Burton to wait from here, Mr. Bradley. It's very important.
Oh, yeah? Do you think you're big enough to kill me? Boss, and you're staying right there. See him at the first got to leave the party. I want him to stay and enjoy himself.
Not good.
Well, all right, come on, folks. Step up. Let's have some. But Dave, quick.
Hello, police headquarters. And let me speak to Mr. Hamlin, please. Oh, well, Captain Hamlin, then. Just say a friend of Johnny Kane's.
Alan, Tim picked this joint clean. Couldn't find a thing.
Bring me a chair. Keep your eye on that door. Oh, Mr. Cave, I believe. Department of Weights and Measures.
Yeah, Chief Deputy. Wouldn't it be just too bad if you were found here stiff and cold, shot by committing burglary? You haven't got drive enough to use that rod on me, Kavanaugh?
Funny, I thought I had.
Take care of him. Till after I get rid of these. Not the party at Riley. Oh, Marty. And without a permit. Mike, I'm afraid we'll have to arrest Mr. Cagney. I'm afraid so. Firebug in a high hat. Everything all right, Johnny?
Yeah. Kind of toasted around the edges, but it's all here.
I'm afraid we'll have to arrest you for, what'll it be, Johnny?
Oh, attempted arson.
Well, that'll do for now.
You can't arrest me. Let me have that phone.
Oh, no, it wouldn't be fair to Mr. Burton. He'd have to pay for the call. I'd send a man to pick him up. And then we'll have a little get-together, and Pete Riley may send some sandwiches. Take good care of Mr. Canning, Mike. And don't bend him. Well, let's get going. Come on, Marty.
See you in a minute. Let me out of here.
Open that door, Johnny.
Oh, you're going to get what's coming to you.
You can't hit me. I'm under arrest.
Oh, no?
Come on, Johnny. Open that door. Open this door. You can't beat up my prisoner. Lock this door, Johnny. Lock this door or I'll break it in. As I finish this cigar.
Johnny, you didn't use the money we'd saved.
Oh, of course not. Yeah. Keep yourself. It's all intact.
And how did you get the ring?
Ordered, of course.
But how?
On the installment plan.
But what about...
I know. It's a racket.
But Johnny... Darling...
May I call your attention to this charming love scene